Hello, dear friends. I'd like to welcome Janell Sinclair, part of our Ancient Wisdom Healing team. And she's going to deliver a channeled message for us for the month of August. So if everybody could just kind of take a deep breath and hold it in for a moment. And then let it out slowly through your mouth. We'll help Janell get centered so that she can deliver this message. One more time. Deep breath. Hold it for a moment. And then let it out slowly through your mouth. Thank you all. Janelle?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay.
Whenever you feel led, then you just let go.
Yeah. So, as I was getting ready today to talk about what was coming in August, I kept getting different blips of words and messages. And I deal with um, a energy that is called the blue star. And that was many years ago. I think it was about 12 years ago. I had the Blue Star Energy download into my body, and I had some abilities that came with that. So, but as I was meditating and getting centered and thinking about what was coming in August, I had something that was kind of exciting come through that I have not before. And it was a blue star ascended master from Argon. And so he was Argonian and and very, very tall, very, very tall. I'm used to going and opening up the door, which I do. I open up a door, and whoever's on the other side is who I can channel or who is there to help me channel. And when I opened up the door, I saw um, an old friend that I normally channel, which is a Garthay, which is not much taller than I am, maybe a little bit, and looks very different. And I looked and opened the door and I looked straight up, and just this 10-foot tall, beautiful blue star um, being that just is surrounded in that beautiful, beautiful light. And from the blue star, which is beyond, it's in the Palladian system, but it's beyond a stargate that kind of keeps lower. It's only for high vibration beings can go through the stargate. And so I think it'll be kind of neat to figure out, what we have coming. I did have some initial, and I'll tell you about those now, that August is a month for preparedness for everyone. And throughout the summer, or really in the last year or several years, we've been given hints on what's to come. And so August is the month that it's preparedness for that. Everybody can feel something within their being. Um, and they know that something's going on, but they haven't been able to quite put it in order. And so that's where you've gotten a lot of anxiety. Everybody you talk to has anxiety. Everybody's got, they're unsure about the future. It's because it all comes from our consciousness. And so we're all feeding this fear into our consciousness. And so, and then it's reflected back to us because we are all one. And so because we are all one, we feed off each other's fears and beliefs and things like that. And so what I was getting was is that we need to be really searching for that peace, that inner peace, that we don't need to be afraid or be unnerved, or we need to know that everything is working out for the good, that the light is here and the light has not left you. And so just know that you need to be prepared the best you can on an earthly level. What that means is that you need to have the extra food, you need to have water. I'm getting water is really important for whatever reason. I feel like that there's possibility in some areas, not every area, but some areas of the nation that will be affected by clean water or viable water. So you would need to um, store some water, have the ability to clean water, even if you can't afford a water filter, then get a live straw at Walmart. Get a live straw for everybody in your family. That's the cheapest thing you can do. But preparedness also means spiritual preparedness. And so that means that to know that you do not need to be afraid, that things are happening as they should, and they're uncomfortable. Things moving forward really past September. It's building up where we keep getting things and we're shocked by them. We'll wake up and something else is in the news, and then then a few days go by and something else happens. It seems like that we can't catch our breath before we hear something else. And so this will go back and forth till October. And in October, it may be daily. And so just take a deep breath and don't get involved in it. Look at it like you're an observer. You're observing the chaos, but you're not in the chaos. Just take a step back and keep your spiritual practices going, and know that we all are one and we all are going to get through this. Some are going to, they have made a contract not to be present and be okay with that. And that may be people that you know. But I see really this August is a time that we are to do all the things that maybe we hadn't done over the past year. Like all of us have heard to prep food or to prep water or medicine or different things like that, or candles or whatever. And but now August is really the time that they're telling me that that's the time to get those things done. Just make yourself a checklist and do the best you can with that list. And then September, we're really going into September there's a lot of anxiousness because it's building. This won't fully release, the energy release won't fully happen until the end of November. And then we're going to have a period of low period for several months. I really see until March, 1st of April, when things get back to where we're really feel like that things are back. Not so much a complete normalcy, but semi-normal. And so look at, and also in August, we're seeing a lot of weather that maybe is not natural. It's maybe weaponized weather. And so I see several volcanoes erupting, and that'll cause changes in weather, whether that be like a tsunami or a tidal wave, that kind of thing I'm picking up on. I'm mostly picking up in the Pacific. Um, and so not so much the Atlantic side. Um, but I see a lot of flooding that isn't man-made. It's artificial. And so I see flooding everywhere, and particularly in Florida for some reason. But I'm also seeing, let me see, things happening with weather that have not happened in particular areas. Like there might be the 100-year floods, where they hadn't had them in 100 years, or a 500-year flood. And then also it feels like that there may be somewhere that will have snow. It'll be unprecedented. Like we'll hear it's snowing so and so, and we'll be like, that's not supposed to happen. It's just interesting how the weather. So be on the lookout for that, because they do have the ability to change weather, and just be prepared. There again, that word again, preparedness. Be prepared for anything. That may be why you need water. Some of the services might be taken out. When I'm looking at, say, the political tone, it just feels like about the time you think, oh, this is the way it's settled, this is what these two people are going to be in an election together, then it's totally different and it's changed, or that things are going to go this way. I kind of feel like a big upheaval, especially at the Democratic, um, you know, convention. It feels like things are going to be upside down. And so that's just in the energy of August, that things are changing rapidly, and that we need to understand that we don't have a lot of control over that, and to step back. And if it bothers you, you may need to go on, and Spirit is saying anybody who's has a lot of empathy or is sensitive needs to come off on a technology break, or be very selective about your technology. Don't be there every time the news is on, because it will play effect on your own central nervous system. And so just kind of take a step back from that, and to have yourself, Spirit is saying, be as positive as you possibly can be. That because of the chaos in the consciousness of the planet, people that normally have been real kind will be short or angry or may lash out. And it's your time to shine. Your time to shine is to step back and to not get involved in that, and look at it like you really are not a part of that, and to move your energy back, and be prepared to be on a hiatus from media, because what you're seeing on media more than likely is not true, or it's an exaggeration of truth. But to move back from that, so that when you've gone through August and gone through September, and then you're facing the things that are coming in October, you're ready, and you're not caught up into this negative consciousness, and you can see it a little bit from afar. And it'll save you a lot of emotions, emotions. So, um, what are some other areas that maybe we could ask Spirit about that you can think of? Let me see.
What
Let's
do you
see.
see with family members, the folks that are watching? How should they interact with them, you think?
Now's the time to get with family. Um, if you haven't seen each other in a while, or if you hadn't called somebody in a while, do so. That's also part of what August is about. It's a regrouping month. Because we've got a lot of chaos happening, a lot of things. Every few days in August, something different is going to be major in the headlines. Um, there's even the possibility of explosions, missiles. I see that also. Um, but step back from all of that. And there's nothing really that you or I can do, as what Spirit is telling me, about those things. And because you can't do something, don't get involved in it. It's all playing out for a reason.
Mhm.
Everything is thrown in chaos at this time, um, to reshape it into something else. And you just need to let that happen.
Mhm.
And it's funny, I've seen this and everybody has. Um, but they're showing me just the movie. We're watching a movie. Pop the popcorn, sit down, relax, watch it play out, but don't allow yourself to get involved in it.
Mhm.
And allow yourself um, to touch base with those relationships. And if you've got a vacation and you've thought about, well, I would like to go on a weekend vacation, and it can be um, now or November, go now, because November feels very volatile. Like we're going to all be in our homes in November or something. It just feels that, like things will be so crazy that we won't be thinking, oh, I want to get on an airplane. That won't be something we'll be thinking we could do or would be a thing to do. So if you're thinking, I want to get in a little getaway before the end of the year, do it in August or September. Um, we all come from greatness, and we've all chosen to be here. And through that, um, know that each of us play a part in that. And if you're really so anxious and so upset and wanting to take your house shoe off and throw it at the TV, then you're too involved. You're not doing your purpose. And so what Spirit is saying is to bring yourself back to your purpose. And in order to do that, you have to be removed.
Mhm.
You have to remove yourself from the media, from um, maybe even radio or negative YouTubes. I myself have followed somebody for years, and they had a really negative YouTube on Monday, I think. And I decided midway through that it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And so I had to shut it off, and I'm going to take a break. And so part of that I'm feeling um, is that's the right thing to do, is to take a break and to step back and just take a break on those type of things. But Spirit also is letting us know that that we have so much to give and so much to do this time, and that we can just meet each other in a kind of in a meet each other in a positive way. What I mean by that is that allowing ourselves to greet each other in such a way that they feel like that you're, like, a better word of saying is that you're home to them, or that you can be trusted. Like, all of our family and friends, are getting caught up in all of this. And we need to give people a safety to where they feel like that in our presence, we don't bring that chaos with us, is what they're telling us. And in the Midwest, there's a lot going on in the Midwest. I feel when I touch base in my spirit, I feel earthquake, tremors in the Midwest coming up, the latter part of August and September. I feel earthquake activity in California in September, October, that is significant. It feels like I see kind of missile activity that has something to do with Russia. It feels like that things are very volatile right now, and that's why one of the reasons why we need to be prepared and to step back, live our lives. But I just really see the volatility, the military. I'm just seeing a lot of that. So, and I don't see it really letting up until the end of November. So, and then we're going to have a low period where kind of the whole country is in a state of low energy, low vibration, in shock of some sort, really for December, January, February, maybe through March.
Okay. All right. Goodness.
Yeah,
So
it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a
yeah.
lot.
Let's
But, the big thing is just stay positive. I mean, just stay positive. You don't need to be caught up in all of that.
So basically what Spirit's telling us is for August to start our preparations if we haven't already.
Yeah.
Food, water, those kind of things, but also to take care of ourselves on the inside, our spiritual development, or whatever it is we need to take care of ourselves spiritually. And you were talking about with family, so this might be a good time to extend that forgiveness that you maybe withheld to take care of things that are long overdue. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in August is that preparedness as far as our own spiritual selves. So
Yeah.
that means, just letting go of all of it.
Yeah.
Because you can't face what we're going to face
Mm-hmm.
or what we are anticipation of facing
Yeah.
unless we have that positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we gotta take care of business.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So taking care of our families, our homes, our spiritual well-being, and then all of the things that are likely to happen. I mean, some of these things have already been predicted in other ways, but it's kind of neat to have confirmation from other sources. You know, because of the solar cycle that we're in, there's more of a chance for some really heavy duty storms, hurricanes and things like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
and earthquakes and tsunamis and those kind of things are also part of the solar weather. So that's something that's, like I said, it's already been predicted because of
Mm-hmm.
cycles, but also
Yeah.
because of the energy that we are giving out, with all of the anxiety and worry that folks have. So, preparation is always a good thing. It doesn't matter what's going on in the world because, I mean, your house could go without power for whatever reason. It wasn't very long ago, there was on the street behind mine, uh, a transformer had gone out. And normally, it used to happen a lot, but they had restrung the wires and did all of this stuff. And then for the longest time, we were, hey, we're doing great. And then all of a sudden, the back street behind me, which is just a little short street with a cul-de-sac, and then the end street where I'm at, we're all on the same circuit. And all the power went out and nobody could figure out what was going on. And it turned out it was a squirrel. A
Oh
squirrel had
no.
got on top of the transformer and there was some sort of wire that was exposed, fried him. I mean, he was just, this stiff little
Oh,
squirrel up there. And the power people had to come and it took them a couple of hours to get us power back on. So, I mean, it could be something as simple as that.
as simple as that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be, the grid going down because, Russia has attacked us or anything. It can be just something simple that could leave you stranded and, at least metaphorically, um, and without power for a little bit. So
Mm-hmm.
to be prepared is just a good thing to do all around. But yeah, but thank you, Janelle, for giving us a heads up of what's gonna, the possibilities that are gonna happen. Spirit always, tries to help us prepare. And I'm grateful that you're able to bring that information in.
Okay.
So is there anything last words you want to say or we,
I think that I think that might be it.
okay.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate you and we'll try this again next month and see how September goes.
That's right.
But
That's
everybody
right.
take care of themselves in August and we'll see you later. Thank you.
Okay. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.